There's a lot of noise with respect to the GTA real estate market. Are prices crashing? Has inventory really skyrocketed? Context is everything. I'm here to tell you about the 4 most important things you need to know right now about the GTA real estate market. My name is Zishan Sumar and I've been selling real estate in the GTA for the past 14 years. If you find any value in this video, please be sure to like and smash that subscribe button. The first thing we need to look at are the sales numbers, or the demand. Sales have dropped 27% year over year. This is the lowest number of sales we have seen in the last 25 years, and it's about 40% from the 10-year average. But what's really going on here? There's 2 main things that have affected our sales recently. One is we had some severe winter weather through the month of February, which kept buyers on the sidelines. And secondly, the on-again, off-again trade war with the US has pushed just enough uncertainty into the minds of buyers to keep them from making a decision, or for at least putting off a decision temporarily. The second thing you have to look at is the listings, or the supply in our market. Listings have surged 50% year over year, and we're currently sitting at 82% more listings above our 10-year average. We've got 19,500 units available for sale across the GTA, and that includes condos, detached homes, semis, rows, and towns. However, if you drill down into that number, what you'll find is that almost 40% of those 19,500 listings are condo listings. It represents about 7,600 condos that are available for sale. Now, typically we have about 2,000 to 2,300 condo listings available for sale at any given time. If you take out that extra 5,000 listings of condos that we have, it sort of puts us back to a pretty respectable range with respect to our supply. Slightly higher than normal, but definitely not 82% above our 10-year average. The third key indicator that we want to look at for the GTA real estate market is the months of inventory. The months of inventory is an absorption ratio, and it really tells us how weak or how strong a market is. The higher the number, the weaker the market. 5 months of inventory and above is technically a buyer's market. A balanced market is about 3 to 4 months of inventory, and a seller's market is typically less than 3 months of inventory. Currently in the GTA, we've got about 4.83 months of inventory. So we are on the cusp of a buyer's market. However, the context here is really important. We talked about the extra 5,000 condo units that we currently have available for sale. If we took those 5,000 units out of our market, just as a hypothetical, you'd see that our months of inventory is about 3.71 months of inventory, which is fairly balanced. Each of these micro markets is going to behave differently. If you're trying to sell a condo in Toronto or Vaughan, you're sitting at 6 months of inventory, but that's going to behave really differently for somebody who's trying to buy or sell a townhouse in Vaughan, which is sitting at around 3 months of inventory. These 2 markets work independently of each other and will definitely yield different results based on what you're doing. So how has that affected prices in the GTA real estate market? Well, there's one thing we can say about the GTA market, and that is it is resilient. Prices have only dipped about 2.2% year over year, and we're currently sitting at an average price of just under 1.1 million at 1,084,000, and that's actually a 3-month high. For context, this is about 19% lower than the peak of the market in February 2022, which was at approximately 1.3 million. So what does this mean for you? If you're a first-time home buyer, this is probably a good time to be in the market. You're buying on the dip. If you're buying a condo, again, a good time to be in the market, a good time to be shopping, looking for opportunity. If you're selling a condo, it may not be the best time to do this, given the current market situation and the amount of inventory that we have. If you are upsizing, this is a good market to be upsizing in. The delta that you'll pay now is smaller than you'll find in hotter markets. If you're downsizing, this may or may not be a good time to make your move. It really depends on what you're selling, what you're buying, and where. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at 416-450-3163. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.